Hey everybody, how are you? Hope you're doing well. Do me a favor before we get started. I need you to hit that like button. If you're not a subscriber, I need you to do me a favor, hit that subscribe button and notification bell next to it so that you will not miss an episode. So, how is everyone today? Hope you are well. So, today we're going to talk about what the experts are predicting that we are heading towards and what you can do to prepare. So, there's a man named Ray Dalio who is predicting that we are heading towards a recession. In fact, he is warning that we are heading towards a recession. So, Ray Dalio, you may know him already. He is a hedge fund owner. All right. So, his hedge fund is located in Connecticut. It was once in New York. Now it has been relocated to Connecticut. So, what is the hedge fund? So, a hedge fund is essentially for wealthy people. It is a way to exclude other people. And what it does is it pulls the money together for wealthy individuals and they use strategies to come up with higher returns. So, in essence, to take the wealth and to make more money. So, it's a pool of wealthy people coming together implementing strategies to increase the money. All right. So this is only for accredited investors, only accredited investors. Like I said before, hedge fund is a way to keep other people out. In case you're unfamiliar with the term hedge fund, that's why. All right. It's intentional. All right. So this is for accredited investors only. So, what is an accredited investor? So, these are the definitions. So, if you are an individual, in order to be an accredited investor, you would have to make $200,000 a year and have a net worth over $1 million, dollars, not including your primary residence. So, your primary residence is not even included. All right. If you are married, an accredited investor, you would have to make $300,000 a year and have a net worth of over $1 million, dollars, not to include your primary residence. All right. In the year 2020, they added new rules. So these are the new rules to be an accredited investor. If you have passed a series of financial licenses to include Series 7, Series 65, or Series 82, then you are automatically an accredited investor. So you're basically studying for these tests. And if you pass the test, you're automatically considered an accredited investor. Now, that would be good. It has pros and cons, right? The pro is that you're smart, you studied, you passed the test, right? So now you are considered an accredited investor. The pro is that now you can get in here and increase your money like they're doing. All right. The con is that it restricts you on saying anything that you want to say. So, if you want to get on YouTube, for example, and you want to teach people about stocks, you can't say whatever you want to say. So, you have to follow the rules and the regulations. So, you're more regulated to keep quiet after you take these exams and you pass the exam. All right. So they just added this in 2020. If you took these exams and you passed, then you are automatically considered an accredited investor. All right. Also, in the year 2020, they added if you are a director, executive officer, or a general partner, then you would be considered an accredited investor. All right. So back to Ray Dalio's warning. He is warning that we are headed towards a recession. Reason being is that we have debt in within the trillions of dollars. Our debt is greater than the GDP, and then um, we are borrowing more debt. and this is greater than there's demand, right? So we're in trillions of dollars of debt, borrowing more debt, and then the United States may need to borrow money to pay the debt service. All right. So in recessions, millionaires are created in recessions. All right. So it looks like all doom and gloom, but it's really not doom and gloom because millionaires are created during recessions. All right. So how do you prepare? How do you prepare? Well, paying down your credit cards. Say, for example, you have a credit card and maybe you already paid it off, but now it's right back where it was before. Is anybody in that situation? So paying down the credit card. That is the way to prepare. Dollar cost averaging into the stock market. All right. In particular, index funds and ETFs. No matter what is going on in the media, no matter if the media is selling you fear, the media is selling you greed, you are dollar cost averaging, meaning you're buying no matter what the stock market is doing. Index funds and ETFs. All right. Emergency fund. Having an emergency fund is important. And this is for the different scenarios that happen in life that are just a part of life. Emergency fund. Let's see, the kind of things that happen in life. Let's see, you get laid off, fired, car breaks down unexpectedly. Maybe you have children and something happens with the children, right? You got a hospital bill or something? So that's life. Life happens. So having an emergency fund is important. All right. And then having the money to capitalize on these downturns. So this is how people become millionaires. So people become millionaires a variety of different ways, but they especially become millionaires during a recession. And that is because they have the money to capitalize on these downturns. For example, the housing crash in 2008, where the value of homes were decreased by 40%, some by 92%. People were able to get in there and buy those houses for cheap. And then it went back up around 2012. The value of the houses went back up. All right. And it created great wealth for people that got in and bought when everybody else was trying to stay away from real estate. All right. So the crash happened 2008. While everybody else was trying to stay away from real estate, the people that had the money got in there. They bought the houses for lower than normal. Then when the houses went back up, it created great wealth. All right. Also, during the stock market crashes, COVID, for example, when the stock market went down, people were in there still buying stocks. And then the stock market went back up. And that's how the stock market does. It goes down, then it goes up in different cycles. All right. So having money to capitalize on these downturns is one way that people create great wealth and become millionaires during a recession. So during a recession, everything is down, the prices are down. You got your housing crash, you got the stock market crash, and then other people, while the majority of people are trying to stay away, other people are in there buying. and then it goes back up. And then great wealth is created that way. All right. So just to recap, to prepare for what is coming ahead, I'm going to pay this credit card debt down. I'm going to dollar cost average into the stock market, index funds and ETFs, get that emergency fund together. You know, emergency fund is great, but have you ever thought of actually having a family? Anybody ever thought about that? I mean, two people working together instead of one person carrying all the load. Have you ever thought about that? I mean, that's kind of what normal people do, right? They work together as a team. Anybody ever thought about working together as a team? So, of course, you have your emergency fund. Yes, that's very, very important. But what about working as a team? Anybody ever tried that before? Two is stronger than one. Anybody ever heard that? All right, so you got your emergency fund. You hear emergency fund all the time. But have you ever heard anyone suggest a family? I don't think that I've heard that when I watch these finance channels. And that more than likely, that's because that's what normal people are doing already. Any thoughts on that? Any thoughts on that? All right. So, quick recap: paying down the credit cards, dollar cost averaging, index funds, ETFs, emergency funds, and then having some money to capitalize on these downturns. Now, having some money to capitalize on the downturns, it doesn't mean you have to be rich, right? So you don't have to be rich to buy real estate. You don't have to be rich to be in the stock market. So don't let that deter you. All right. Get in where you fit in. Even a little bit is better than nothing, because that's what the majority of people are doing. Majority of people are doing nothing. So even a little bit is better than nothing. All right. So do me a favor. If you like the channel, I need you to hit that like button. If you're not a subscriber, I need you to do me a favor, hit that subscribe button and notification bell next to it so that you will not miss an episode. If you are interested in improving your finances, check out the description below and join my free newsletter that is below. Also, if you know anyone else that is interested in finance, let them know about this channel. Feel free to share the channel. Also, feel free to leave your comments. If you made it this far in the video, type in the word real estate. Let me know that you are here. Thank you for watching, everyone. Thank you for supporting the channel. I appreciate you. Have a good rest of your day, and I will see you on the next video.